Just Auto's Package 1 designed for the 70 series. Package 1 is a great starting point for your 70 series Landcruiser. We add our Just Auto's Multimapping, Just Auto's ram head, our Just Auto's 4-inch exhaust, and a 1600 Nm clutch to this car. If you ever owned a V8, you would know that this car definitely sounds like one, but doesn't perform like one. You're going to be surprised by how low the stock numbers are. Around 145 horsepower and around 350 Newton meters. It's quite low, and the car barely does 100 kilometers an hour. Once we put in our multi-mapping, we actually go up to around about that 230 horsepower, which is a massive increase in horsepower, and around that 650 to 700 Newton meters in torque. The numbers are substantial, the gains are great. You're gonna notice this difference. You can now put the car in 5th gear, maintain speed on the highway, but you'll also have power to overtake people, which you didn't have before. This model of car was the first car that we did multi-mapping on. Back in the day, we were using a voltage switch, and we integrated into using a serial and a CAN bus switch. The great thing about this car, we've got 2 options. You can use your cruise control stalk, or we can have a CAN bus switch that connects to your OBD plug to switch between the maps. And multi-mapping for this particular model car is really, really good because it gives you so much versatility with what you can do. You can have all the power in the world to be able to drive around unladen and have a bit of fun, and then you can put a heavy trailer on and you've got a tune there that's going to protect you, as well as EGT protection, and we've got a lot of safety built into that. And that's why I reckon this multi-mapping set is so far superior than anything else that's on the market. Map 0 is our immobilizer. Once we're in that immobilizer, the car will fire and then turn off straight away. So you won't be able to continually run the engine unless you get through the sequence to be able to get it out of your immobilizer. The great thing about this is if someone were to come along with a can sniffer or trying to hack into that car, unless they know the way around that particular setup, there is no way they're stealing the car. They would have to replace the ECU. And that would take some time, especially in the front of your yard or at a shopping centre. It's not going to be an easy task to do by all means. Map 1 is an idle up function. It's one of the functions I tend to use, especially when I go camping. I'm the kind of guy that doesn't have dual batteries, so I use my start battery and I tend to flatten it overnight with my fridge. However, I can start the car up in the morning, put it on idle up, and it will idle around that 1500 RPM. That battery will get up to charge real quickly, and then I can go on with my day. And so when you need it, it's really handy. Map 2, stock. This is a map that is purely stock. It is running everything around what the car would be factory. So your 145 horsepower and your 320 Newton meters, the car comes in factory. This is the map that this car is running. It's really good for those people, especially if you want to drop the car off to say and get a wheel alignment done or something like that, and you're unsure about the people driving your car and you want to reduce that power down, you have that option to dropping it down to that. The other good thing about having with the stock map is you've got something to compare it back to. So if you find, hey, my car doesn't feel as powerful as it used to, and you want to compare back, you switch it back to stock and go, wow, that's the big difference. You'll notice going backwards, probably bigger than going forwards in most cases. One of my favorite maps is our tow map. It has a lot of function built into this map. The first function it has is that we've built a boost and fueling table suitable for heavy loads, designed around towing applications in all conditions. One of the things we've added to that map also is an idle up function on your clutch switch. So when you put your foot on the clutch, the idle bumps up just a little bit to allow you to take off easier. And especially it makes a huge difference with those heavy load applications. The third thing I like about this tow map is the engine braking that it has as well, where we pull up the vanes of the turbos on D-cell and allows you to use the turbo to help with engine braking, and it can make a massive difference for brake wear over time. Map 4. Well, there's been a lot of work going into Map 4. It is where we've been able to capture the maximum power out of this engine, but still retain that reliability. There's years and years of information that goes into creating these tunes and understanding what the cars are being used for. The great thing here is that that map, on an everyday driver, everyone seems to run this map, gives you a really good result and a fantastic driving experience. Map 5, Power Plus. This is the map that's all about fun. Purely that's what it is. It's got things like launch control where we can hold the clutch in, foot flat, car will build boost up around at 2800. You can release the clutch as soon as you go past 3 kilometers an hour, it disengages and you come into full power. But it's also got lumpy idle. Now, having a V8 with lumpy idle, it just sounds cool. And I get a lot of older guys come in and, you know, they go, I'm never going to use that. But as soon as they start to play with it, they end up leaving with a smile on their face. So I think it says it in itself. Not necessary, but fun. All right, 4-inch exhaust for your 79 series. It's made by the boys up at Fats. They do an excellent job here, and this exhaust is one of the best things you can put on your car from a looks point of view, but not only from looks, from a sound. All stainless steel. It's got, you know, high flow cats in it. Every bracket, flange, bolt that goes onto this, stainless steel, to ensure that the exhaust will last a very, very long time. The other key features here is we also have the outlets for all of these areas where your factory sensors are allowed allocations to be able to be plugged back in to ensure reliability overall with the system. So if you're looking for a 79 series exhaust that sounds good but looks awesome as well, this is definitely the one for you. The problem is with the factory clutch, it doesn't hold any power. As soon as we start to applying a little bit more load, they give up. That is why we have to put a 1600 Newton meter clutch in to ensure that you guys can tow the loads that you need to, put the weight in the back and not have to replace that clutch every time you put your foot down. As a package, this is a great starting point for your VDJ V8. We are massively improving the power of this car, and I'm very proud to get the numbers that we do, but ensure the reliability that we give you also. If you want any more information, get in contact with the guys at the shop and they'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Just remember, we are now nationwide and we have 14 distributors across Australia, so I'm sure that we'll have a distributor close to you.